Okay, as you guys just saw, the rear brake lines are done. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So now what I have to do is I have to run a brake line under the car and then do the brake lines in the engine bay. However, before I do that, I think I'm going to take the front suspension off of the car because while it's winter time, I want to make sure I get the suspension components powder coated because in the spring, the powder coater might be a little bit busy. So that's something I want to make sure I do right now. Anyway, we're gonna have to get all this rusty stuff off there. It's gonna look amazing once it's all powder coated, but hopefully none of these bolts are seized up. I did do like ball joints and poly bushings on all this stuff a few years back, and I did make sure to anti-seize all the bolts and stuff, so I don't think any of them will be like really badly rusted. The only part of this front suspension that I've never had apart is the K-member. So hopefully we won't have any issues taking the K-member out. I think the front suspension will come apart fairly easily with some air tools. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so this should be everything we need. We got our torch, just in case we got some crusty bolts, PB blaster, impact, and all our metric sockets, everything we should need. So let's see how fast we can get this done. Okay, so the lower control arm bolts are kind of hard to get to, and I realized there's really no point taking the lower control arms if I'm just going to take the whole K-member off. So I'm just going to hop over to the driver's side, take off the same parts I did on the passenger side, leave the lower control arms off. So basically take everything off except for the lower control arms, and then I'm just going to try to drop the K-member down. So now to get the K-member off, I do need to undo the shifter cables or take the shifter out, and I need to remove the header and the rest of the exhaust. So I think I'll do the driver's side suspension components first and then do the exhaust and the shifter cables. Okay, so I made a lot of progress here. I turned the camera off so I could just focus on getting some of this stuff done. As you can see, header's removed. And I got the bolt down there out of that rear engine mount. I got the shifter cables disconnected and they're just kind of pushed over here right now. And as you saw on the inside of the car, I disconnected the steering U-joint there. So we are ready to remove the K-member. I think it's 1, 2, 3. They're all 19 millimeter bolts. I can't remember how many of them there are, but they've never been off of this car. So I'm just gonna heat them a lot and then try to get them off with the impact wrench. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so surprisingly, everything's coming off really easy. I got some of the bolts in the rear. So a lot of the bolts looks like I had out before because I anti-seized them, but even like the big bolts, they just came out super easy. I didn't even need to use heat. So I only got, there's one of these on each side, big bolt. I just got those two to take off. So I'm gonna go ask my dad for some help with the jack to pull the K-member out, and they should be good. Okay, so the K-member's out, and this is my powder coating pile. Everything that's getting powder coated. I still need to take the hubs off these and the dust shields. Look at all the rust under here. I'm about to clean it up with the vacuum. But yeah, K-member out. Got the bolts put back in there for safekeeping. Now I'll be able to run the brake line that runs under the car, and it'll come up through there along with the fuel line. So I'll be able to run those. And I actually have a second K-member as a spare, so that I'll be able to mock that up while my other one's getting powder coated.